number 1. And excuse me while I do the scoreboard. There we go. And coastal. So similar to last time, we have a coastal map as game number 1. The random map. Giving the coastal. Coastal's an interesting one. It's not one where I have much experience on. I'm not too familiar with all the seed types. But typically what happens is you get large amounts of sea. You can have players, you can have land masses bordering the wall, which is really important. So it's not like Conti, where the water goes all the way around the edge. And you get these kind of seas with crossings separating some players. So as you can see, Morik and Zuni do share a map. Do share a landmass. We'll see if that comes into play. But let's get into the introduction. So we have Zuni spawning at 12 as Babylonian. Interesting civ for this map. Not too strong, but Babylonian, their power comes from A, their buildings, and B, their versatility. They really do have a lot of options, and they have a lot of those favored units. Although they have no bonuses for the units, which is so they just have a lot of options, which is just so good and strong and fun. Now we have Vertex spawning as Chosen, typically a rush civ, but Chosen have extremely strong broadswords and legions, as well as those towers. We should be seeing some of those units if we get past the tool age here. We seem to have opposite position placements, so yellow and red are teammates, but they are across the map from each other, separated by the sea and this one crossing. Tex is Chosen. It's interesting, and he's right north of Kwang'an, who has also gotten Babylonian. So TLC1 randoming full Babylonian as their civs. Let's see if that has a really big impact on this gameplay. Now Morik has got from Roman. Roman is a really strong civ, especially in DE with infantry being a little buffed. So this is gonna be a great game. I'm looking forward to seeing this, how it plays out. Zungni with a nice TC with these 3 gazelle, lured them cleanly, and these alligators proving to be problematic early on in the match for him. He has these 2 elephants up here. He's got this crossing at the right in front of his base. It's very close to him. It's kind of an issue, and it's going to be difficult to wall this due to this. If you can see, this little strip of shallow is going to make walling it quite difficult. He can do a wall tile right here, like on the land, and it'll cover this corner, I believe. It's always difficult to tell until you're placing the wall tiles themselves. Now, Vertex going for the early lure, the early elephant lure. Maybe he won't be getting these gazelle. They are a little bit close to this wall. Not a lot of shorefish options, although there are shorefish along the sea. He doesn't seem to have. Same with Zuni. Neither player has a lot of shorefish available. I mean, there's some, but it's not condensed enough where a pit becomes a viable option. Kwang'an, however, has found a very clean storage pit with that 3rd shorefish way up here. It's a wood pit. He's got these 3 gazelle here. Golds for later in the game. That's not 2 in the way. Just lured 1 gazelle to here, and that's funny to see. Just 1 gazelle. And Morik also has a 3 storage pit, and he's luring the elephant right now as we speak. Low health. There he goes. He gets it, and he has another elephant at home. So 2 elephants for Morik. Should be a pretty nice economic advantage, especially considering his position. He could wall this off relatively quickly and shut down the information. But Kwang'an, quick to catch on, has crossed the crossing. How fitting. But so has Vertex. And oh, Zungni is moving forward with 2 vills. This is the classic. He's gonna drop a barrack soon. This is interesting. This is what we're gonna need to look at. This is it. This is the aggression. Zungni coming forward. Will he spot Vertex first? Who will see who? He spots it, but so does Vertex maybe? No. Maybe a misclick, but I definitely think that was him reacting to those villagers. Will we see a barracks being dropped? I think we will. Builders dropping it right on this. So walling off this gold, kind of blocking this gold pile. Not that that's going to be too big of an issue for this period of time. But if Vertex is trying to bronze, his gold mines are currently under the influence of Zhongni. Vertex moving his economy to this pit here. It's a wood pit. He's got the granary here too. So his economy is very much so centralized around this little area, around the storage pit, along the coast. So far, I see some okay, so similar story. Hwang-an has dropped 2 barracks forward. Looks like he will be going for Axers. His clubber is out to scout the map. +2 defense upgrade for Hwang-an. That's going to mean that this clubber is quite an issue. 40 health. Takes 1 damage a hit. That's a lot of times for villagers to smack it with the bone. And Hwang-an and Zhongni both with incredible times. Up much earlier than their APO counterparts. Look like they both got in the ground level on these rushes, and MoR's economy is vulnerable to this axe rush. No +2 damage for Hwang-an yet. But MoR is in trouble here. His economy is scouted. He is yet to try to wall it off, and more axers are coming in. Zhongni, however, does have axers out as well. No +2 damage for him yet. But he is yet to find this economy, and he's gonna find it right now. Unless he turns around with this axer. Yes, he finds the granary. Oh! What? Why did he turn around? Maybe the quick wall was in time? Okay, so Vertex getting the wall off in time. Not sure how impactful this is going to be, as Vertex's town center is over here, and so are some of his villagers. Some of his economy has just been left out to die. This villager right here is going to go down to these axers, and these 3 villagers are all going to die. This is a huge, huge bonus, and now Vertex has trapped himself up against the wall. And so has MoR. Both MoR and Vertex walling in their entire economies. Well, Hwang-an and Zhongni take a positional advantage, and it looks like we have kind of a weird mirror symmetry here going on, as Vertex is making slingers, and it looks like he's going to be marching south with the slingers. No +1/+1 from him yet. No slinger upgrade just yet. But he's looking for the economy. Hwang-an, I'm not sure if he's going to find it there. Hwang-an, scouring the map, looking for where MoR's economy has fallen to. But I think he's mostly found it. MoR with the slingers, still no +1/+1 from him either. On the aggressive, dropping an aggressive dock. That's a forward dock. Hwang-an with 4 ships at home. And he looks like he's going to be dropping some aggressive scout ships to take out what remains of MoR's economy, as it is in shambles right now. But economy in shambles or not, this is a slinger army to be dealt with. And he built the light transport. He's transporting over. Will MoR notice this transport in time? This transport is incredibly vital for Hwang-an's success, as now MoR's economy is separated from his army. These slingers will buy enough time while his economy is just going down, down, down. Vertex yet to find. Okay, so he's moving north now to counter Zhongni's axes. Zhongni does not have +2 damage yet for his axes, nor does he have the +1/+1 attack and range upgrade for his slingers. Check timeline. Check the timeline. Timeline. Oh man, MoR taking huge losses here. Vertex holding his own. Zhongni and Hwang-an holding firm. Zhongni's economy is nearly safe. It looks like some of MoR's vills got trapped up here. Zhongni has the upgrades. So does Vertex. Vertex has the hill. There's a big engagement coming out. This is protecting Vertex's town center, and it looks like Zhongni's going to have enough slingers And these two Axers providing the critical amounts of DPS and damage soaking to force Vertex back. On this side of the map, the aggression from Kwang'an continuing. MoR in shambles, on the run, completely on the run. 5 villagers on the run. 1 villager is still on the granary, but 5 running away for their lives. MoR nearly out of this game. Well, his teammate, Vertex, holds the line, building a dock, maybe for some defensive fishing boats, defensive scout ships. Defensive fishing boats. Defensive scout ships. As he's nearly out of fish around here. Zuni retreating. Zuni forcing Vertex to retreat to the safety of his barracks. Although I'm not sure they're going to provide the comfort he needs in this trying time. Oh, Kwang'an. So confident that he builds fishing boats on his forward dock. He knows he's won the sea there. His opponent is not getting any wood. MoR is trapped. Has trapped himself with his 5 vills. Oh, he hasn't trapped it. He hasn't even walled this off. His whole economy. This is it. It's everything that MoR owns. It's right there. Everything else is dead. MoR nearly out of this game. It looks like TLC are going to take game number 1 in a strong and aggressive manner. Taking the berries on Vertex's land, Zuni confident that this aggression will work out, and he gets into the houses over on this side of the map. Slingers over the wall, pestering these villagers. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. Well, he's hiding here, but there's nowhere to run after that. MoR with just a few slingers on the map. Looks like he ran down here to fight something. And there's the GG. TLC. Decisive is the only word. Their axe rush was explosive. Both Vertex and MoR favoring the slinger counter. Did not work out. Did not work out. Zuni transitioning the axe rush into slingers and just having more because the speed was there for TLC this game. The speed was there. Fantastic game. Coastal, always a little janky. You always get some weird stuff going on with the rivers being unpredictable. The water being either extremely sustainable and frothy or completely barren. Look at the sea here. This sea has nothing in it, just this one fish. Whereas this sea, teeming. It's abundant with fish. Anyway.